Hi, this is Lynn with Educating with Wisdom, the ambassador for Heaven's creating and protecting goddesses and archangels over life. And I'm looking at a linguistical connection between Iberia for Spain, the Celts, Evros, the river, and Evros and the Hebrews. And there is this red dragon linguistical connection that is both Celtic, Balkan, that comes down into Mesopotamia. It actually goes into Egypt as well. And we're looking at that connection because I'm saying this is where we see it as the great civilizers, but they're also the great destructors. So we're going to look at very quickly what is Iberia, what is Evros here. And I'm just going to make this, I'm just really documenting this for myself and to open this up because I have to literally exercise this red dragon culture, the dragon culture from the world, regardless of where it sits. If it's in the Celts, if it's in Europe, wherever it is, it's got to be excised. All right, let's come out of me. So Iberia, Latin Iberia, Iberus. Now they're saying that this, which with an I in Greek, Iberus, is identical name given to the Asiatic people near the Caucasus, what is now Georgia. And this is that Balkan area, Ebro. Notice this is not the same. It is believed to be related, and yet the people did interact. So this is Evros, Celtic, Iberian, and they did interact with the Balkans. But if the Greeks named it this versus this, these are different meanings. So we're going to look that up in a minute. Let's put you on pause. So if this is the Greek source with an I, Iberus, notice it has an I here. I, B, that's an R. And that is an S, Iberus. All right, let's go and see what they're... See, that is an... They don't have the he or the for Evros. Notice it is an I or a Y. This is incorrect. It just is incorrect. This is not how the Greeks named it. It's what the Romans did, but it's not what the Greeks did. That is a he. This is Hebrew. Here's Evros. This is the Greek. Here is an A. All right, A, B, R. There's nothing in between here. A-B-R-O-S, A-B-R, Evros, which also means goat. They think it could also mean goat, which would be appropriate. They have a goat god. Ya'al is a goat or serpent god. It gets even more interesting. They call it a moon god. It isn't. All right. So this is not the same word in Greek as that word. These are different words. Let's screenshot it. All right. This is what happens when you overgeneralize. It's never a good idea to overgeneralize like this. Hebrew and Greek. Now, Hebrew is close to those goat people. A-B-R, except they have A-I. Well, that's because they're indicating a people versus just a flat name. So this is a flat name, a masculine flat name. This is indicating the AI, the people. It's different. Yeah. Oh, here it is. All right, so it's AI, Hebrew, Jew, and it's It is darn close. Not perfectly so, but it is close. And they did take on the red dragon, and yeah, the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, it all came down through. They came in with the Hebrews when the sea people came in. And they came down even beforehand. Okay, so here is the, yep, there it is. So here it is, Hebrew. And this is what the Hebrews call themselves. So that's Hebrew, and that in Hebrew, modern Hebrew, new Hebrew speaking, they call themselves the Ivrit. Now, this is not a Hebrew ending, so that means it's a YT for father. That's Egyptian for father, because there is no IT ending in Hebrew. Ivrit, they do not even have an H there. Ivrit, like Abraham, could be Ibrit. Interesting. Interesting, isn't that interesting? Let's look at that bigger. Screenshot this. Oh, put us on pause. Okay, this just got more interesting. Really, no, it isn't. That's an ayin. An ayin is not an E. A breed. That's a B. Could be a V. See how they're working that with a V or a B? Okay. Very interesting what they're doing here. Could be a breed. Here's your R. There's your Y. Here's your T. That is not a suffix ending in Hebrew for the plural, for the masculine. I think this is the yit that goes into Egypt for the father. And that's an ayin, which is not really an I. So it's not an I. You can't just make an ayin anything you want it to be. And it's not an H. So we've got more shenanigans. Let's go here. Okay. Here we have the Hebrew alphabet. Let's look at the ayin. Aleph, we know. We got to go back to the aleph. So we're looking for the I here. And the only place you're going to get an I is in that little doogie that looks like a Y. So let's go right here, the yod. This is in the way. We're going to go into, there is no, the ayin, and where's the ayin? There's the ayin, is silent. It doesn't, how do you have two silent things here? They're not silent. It means it's not a voiced H. They don't really tell you what this sounds like, but here, see, this is what we call bullshit artistry. You know, we have it in English, but in this case, they give numerical values and they are setting their entire archetypes on this. Here's Noah. Notice there's no consonant in here. There's no ayin in here, but they gave it an O. It doesn't really exist. Let me go in and see if we can find another place where they put, it's nash. There's no O there. It's actually nah. Nah for seed. There's not even a CH here. It's bad. It's nah for seed. And it's feminine. So, this is taken from Exodus 2. Pharaoh. It's actually just Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Pharaoh because they wanted to make it in accordance with the Greek. So they added this in here, but it wasn't originally there. It was just originally Pharaoh. So here is an O here. Look at how they have Hebrews here. They have the ayin here. So it's ho, it's A. Here's the A right here for ha. The O, Obrim. The Obrims. The Obrim. Oh, what does that sound like? It sounds like Obrim. It sounds like Obrim. Abram. You got it. The Abram. The Obrim. Get my drift? But here it's an O sound. And it's at the beginning. So it's Obrim here. And yet here, and actually, what's interesting is that that can be a B or a B. The original was a B. Obrim here. So it's Obrim. But here we go. It's with a V, V-I. Let's put us on pause. Okay, here we have the same V-I-N, and they're saying this is a V and not a B, but it's the same I-N, this, R, okay? I, the difference is an M versus a T. And here, the I-N, and here the I-N is, they're putting it in as an O, B, which is the same. I mean, it could have been Avram as well. OB, because they spell cast. OB, and here's the R and the I, and the difference is the M and not a T. This is just a the, so we can cast that aside. Really? No, This, you understand what I'm saying. Okay, good. I'm glad. Let's come out of me. All right. Thank you, folks. And let's see if there's, modern Hebrew. Hebrew alphabet. Let's see, look at something that's more modern. See if that's more modern. Maybe. It's not clear. But you would see the same kind of thing going on here. All right. Put it on pause. Oh, I wanted to point this out, that they change things around and they add words and take words away so that they get the numerical value that they want. So Beth here is really daughter, and that's 2, and this is really Alap, but they would call that house. It's yeah. Yep. Where's 5? Yeah. Anyway. All right, thank you.